Okay, so our very first national is
Turn
in
on
the
the light.
books.
It's the by the lamp.
Gotta turn
Right
this
there.
light back on.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a switch. Anyway, sorry about that. So wrapping up day one of the national, which is our only day because we didn't know how it was going to be. So we're staying, I don't know, about a half hour away from
From the
the national.
Donald Stevens
So it wasn't bad.
convention.
So we drive in and we park in the parking garage across the street all the way at the top. So we got to take the elevator down, which was buddy,
Horrendous.
buddy,
Getting out,
stop it.
getting in and out is horrendous.
Yeah,
It's
there was
bad.
so I don't think we planned on staying until 6 p.m. We were in line for trade night passes and we thought there's no way we're going to be here till 6 o'clock. So we got out of line because I guess in theory you could go back up there and you could wait to get in if you really wanted to, and we didn't do that. We were there till 6. I didn't buy a single thing. My plan was to sell some stuff so that I could buy some stuff, and it took me so long to sell anything of note because it seemed like nobody wanted to buy the expensive stuff.
Yeah, they didn't even try to negotiate.
Not even they just put it in the pile to not even consider.
Yeah, they didn't even say, "Oh, what is your price or anything." They didn't even ask you about it.
Nothing.
So,
They would pull like a
like,
$70 card and then they would negotiate on that.
oh,
Which I thought at the National, like that's the place that you take all your stuff to because you could trade with people, you could sell, you could. I mean, surely you could buy $1 million Shohei Ohtani if you really wanted to. You could buy whatever you want there. But selling, it just seemed like everybody was so afraid to buy big stuff. And for example, what I had a PSA 9 Lamar Jackson manga, and it's like a $3,000 card. And
it's not really big card.
it's not for the national. It's not really that big.
Yeah, I guess
Local
it's three.
show, probably.
It's $3,000.
One guy specifically said I gave him a whole stack. I gave him all my mid stuff. I had some high end stuff, and he said, "Oh, if I buy this, I won't have any money to buy anything else." So you guys set up at the national as a dealer. You're at the biggest, baddest show in all of the land, and you don't come prepared to buy. It's just weird. It's weird to me.
Well, I guess they're saving their money for the last show or whatever, though. Like,
I don't know. Maybe they're conserving it for the weekend. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I ended up at the ninth hour. I ended up finding the guys at Baseball Card Exchange, and they bought a stack of my stuff. So in the end, I made the trip worth it.
How much
And
did you make?
from that stack,
Yeah.
it's like $1,500. Plus, I'd sold some stuff like 3 or 4 cards earlier for like $500. So it wasn't that they weren't buying. It was just that they weren't buying the expensive stuff. They would spend money on a lot of stuff, but they weren't spending money on the expensive stuff. So that was a little disappointing to me. But I liked the event. I think everything was really well done.
Yeah, it's kind of like more stuff. Like, there's more things
Totally.
down, like the first floor.
Yeah, like we thought we would be done by 6. We didn't even see everything. We skipped.
Yeah.
I mean, like I was cruising through. She was spending time with Thomas, and I was kind of cruising through to see what was worth going
Well, I'm
to.
just making sure that I attended the child and
Yeah.
then, also enjoying, things like that. But,
So Thomas really liked the V Friends
yeah.
minis that came out of the bubblegum machine,
Yeah,
and he's got. I'll show you actually.
a bunch.
There's like a million of those. This is a better reference. That's all the little bubblegum ball thingies that they came out of. And they're all over the floor. This kid
Yeah,
this
he
kid
loves
just
it.
went buck wild with it.
He loves it though. I was like, the first thing he was like not really into it though. He just wanna play with it when I open it, and then he started liking it. That's why he's kicking you because he wants you to go back in there, and then I grab more, and then there's two kids literally emptying all
Yeah,
the container or something.
they were hoarding them all.
And I was just like, okay, that should be enough for Thomas. And I didn't. I thought I grabbed too much, but no, not really though.
No, I'm sure they got plenty. They got to have enough for the whole weekend.
I guess so.
So getting out of there, we got out at 6. We closed them out.
There you go.
And
Here you go. Here's the evidence that we were we're really there. This is my. Did you remove yours already? No.
No, I still got mine.
Let's see this.
So we made it until 6, and then trying to get out of there was a nightmare. Obviously, everybody's trying to get out at the same time.
Yeah.
And because we parked all the way at the top, we fought everybody all the way down to get out. It didn't take as long as I thought it would, but it still took a while.
Yeah, but FYI, whoever wants to go for this kind of event, make sure that you book a hotel a mile. Oh no, my child, hold on, a mile away from the convention center, because I gotta need to be away for a second though. Here's the camera because.
So yeah, we stayed 30 minutes outside of the event, and driving in, you pay $20 for 24 hours at the parking garage, and then you got to walk in and walk out. Honestly, if I could do it all over again, I would book way ahead in advance, and I would stay. I think it's like the Hyatt that's like actually attached to the event center, and I would just stay there, and you can walk right into the Skywalk and walk right across and into the convention center. Don't even go to the street level. Don't even deal with the line. Just if you're gonna park in the garage that's across the street. Take the Skywalk in, and it'll take you right to the upstairs level, and then you can take the elevator or escalator down, and then be where like all the other stuff is. Upstairs was like the corporate. There was like some tables up there. In my experience, a lot of it was like soccer and a little bit of Pokemon. But then you have like all the big corporate booths. And then like that's where you go for like the trade night. And then you go downstairs, and that's like where everything else is. So, in closing, the National is a really cool event to go to. There's a lot to offer. I guess if you have the right stuff, you'll have a fantastic time selling and paying for your trip or whatever. For us, I sold a fair amount of like mid to lower high end stuff, and that covered everything and made me feel like it was worth doing it. It was worth doing anyways, just because I had never done it before. But it was cool to like take the family and go and just experience something new for the first time together. So that is our experience for the National Sports Card Convention here in Chicago. And we are really excited for 2028. I know it's a few years away, but we live outside Detroit. So that's going to be a good show for us. No traveling, just taking the car downtown, getting on the People Mover, taking it to the convention center. Easy peasy, man. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. It would be awesome to set up as a vendor there. But for now, I guess I'm just going to have to deal with vending at these smaller shows and just kind of enjoying that. So thank you for watching this far, if you've stuck around this far. And if you're going to the convention this weekend, have a great time. Drink lots of water. And I would say don't have high expectations of anything, and you will have a great time. So, bye.